Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Ticket to Ride Asia and Team Asia. Today we'll talk about Team Asia. We'll save Asia for a different review. So, because they're very different games.
Very different.
You don't play them at the same time. They are 100% variants from each other. In Team Asia, you play on a team of 2. So you can have 2 teams of 2 or 3 teams of 2. So it's a 4 or 6 player game. And you play on this super cool board, of Asia. And you, in this, like, we've talked about Ticket to Ride, so if you want to know the rules of how to play, I'm just going to tell you some of the variations here. Let's just go right into it with simplicity versus complexity.
So it's your normal Ticket to Ride game, just the rules between players is a little different. So when you pick up 2 train cards, you pick up 1 to your hand and 1 to the common. And you have to decide beforehand where it's going to go. Before you, not beforehand, but I can look at this card, and I have to decide where it's going to go before I draw my next one, is what I mean. And same thing with your routes. You only share some of them. You can take your whole turn to share them. So other than that, no communication. So that's going to be the difference. You're working together. You get a few extra trains, and then you split them. And then you're just, what negative points I have is the same negative points my teammates has. Positive, same thing. So it's pretty simple. Ticket to Ride is a simple game. This adds a little bit more complexity because of those rules.
This does add some more complexity when you're playing a 2-team game. One team can go to one of the 3 route places twice to block it, whereas in a 3-player game, you can't do that. Getting from Canton to Hong Kong has 2 spots, and in a 2-team game, whenever there's 2 places to go, only 1 person can go there, except for Canton to Hong Kong. So there's like these little things that you have to remember, and there's the tunnels and whatnot. But I mean, overall, it doesn't add too much complexity to Ticket to Ride with the rules, but it adds complexity in how you play, which we'll talk about with strategy, luck versus strategy.
Luck. I think this game is pretty strategic. There is some luck in, do my cards that I start off with match my teammates' cards? And if they do, great. Then you're going to have an easy time with it. If they don't, well then. But there's strategy also because you have to keep at least 3 cards, and there's strategy in which ones you show your partner right away, because you might not have to use a whole turn to show them your other ones, because you might just get them done in the meantime. And so there's strategy there. And there's strategy in the gameplay of Ticket to Ride, drawing cards, blocking, getting your routes, or just forgetting your routes and trying to get more longer routes, things like that. So I think this game is pretty strategic, even though there's some luck.
We have played this game a lot. I mean, a lot. This is a ton of game groups that we play with love this version. And I've seen a lot of strategies, and I've seen a dominant strategy, because when we play, typically, it's a blowout. I'm not joking. Yeah. We've had 2 games I can think of in living memory in which it was close. Like within 10 to 20 points close. Yeah. Mostly it is over 100-point difference in team scores. I'm not exaggerating. No. You think, Tom, you're exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating.
And we've played it enough for that to be a...
It's been a constant. Yeah. Like, you can see. And the games that weren't, I know why. We were trying to block each other more than we were trying to score. But when you try to score, you need to get sweeping huge routes. Yeah. When you look and you score as you score the board when you play, or if you score it afterward, it hardly matters. Getting routes and just getting from coast to coast and all around and making as many connections as you can is what wins this game. Speed doesn't matter as much as there's just getting big routes doesn't matter as much. A lot of the strategies that you might be used to in other variations or other variants do not matter here. You need to get gigantic routes and get a lot of them, because your team, once you finish the routes, I can draw 4. She can draw 4. We've maybe just picked up 8 cards that we already have, because you can connect these easily. And wow, we just got 8 cards worth of points. Let's do that again. And once one team starts rolling and snowballing, so there is strategy here, and the strategy is know the strategy and try to implement it before your opponents do.
Get big routes.
But I mean, let's go right into fun versus boring. Like I said, this game is a hit with our game groups. I really like playing Team Asia. It's very difficult to not communicate to your partner. You can't say, look, I need that green, or try to show them a card. No, we need to go here. You just have to trust that they see what you see. And sometimes that's not the case. Last time we played, Molly and I lost like losers, because I made...
No, we lost like winners.
Because I made some huge mistakes. I thought Molly saw something, and afterward, when she told me after we did like the post game debriefing, I was like, oh, I should have seen that. And so like, if she had told me, we would have won. But because I couldn't see that, it's so compelling. There's a lot going on in this game, and you're nervous the entire time that you're ruining it for your partner.
Yeah, there's the different tension in this game. You're probably used to some tension in Ticket to Ride. Everyone talked is like, oh, it's stressful. It is. And this adds to that. This adds to the anxiety because you can't talk and you just like, well, I hope I'm making the best choices because it's not just you anymore. It's you and someone else. Someone else is depending on you to be good. And so I was depending on Tom, and that was my mistake. So my bad. And so, yeah, I do wish this game. It is super fun. I really enjoy it. I do wish that it was not a blowout every time. I just want it to be closer. I want it to matter. I mean, it matters when you play. I'm always trying to win, but I just want it to be closer. So that, yeah. Board Game Geek rating.
10 out of 10. If you want to play this, I will play with you.
Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I'm generally willing to play. Every time we get to multiples of 500 subscribers, we give away a free glitter painting of your favorite geeky thing. So make sure to subscribe now on YouTube.
Because it could be you that wins.
Ticket to Ride Team Asia. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.